Yeah, 3 out on the right now. Right side of their offense. He's rolling. There's the ball. Intercepted. That's the ball game. That's your ball game. Interception at the 5-yard line. Myers Park defense seals the deal.
Hi, and welcome to Carolina Varsity's 2015 Week 2 look at Myers Park versus Ardrey Kell. I'm Dale Ross.
No, I'm the pet man, Matt Barr.
And Matt, this next game, man, this game has got "Tell Me About It" written all over, and by that I mean, or tell me about you, because I think this is a game that the teams are, well, where did we match up in your best to last?
Well, Myers Park was number 10 and Ardrey Kell was at number 7.
Yep. So, and we got Brown and Independence in between them, and I think they're probably on a very similar tier with each other. Probably all those teams are like bunched together right now. In my mind, they are. Who's going to pop out as the better team? Mm-hmm. So I think we got two teams that are matched up. For Ardrey Kell, this is going to be their second game under Evans. So they played well for much of the game. They fell apart in the fourth quarter. Myers Park looks the part. Mm-hmm. I'm going to tell you, they look physically, the kids look good. They got lots of big kids at various positions. They pass a pretty good eyeball test, really, from a look-see. And at times in that game against Country Day, they played well. Their defense played well. Their defense won the ball game or kept Country Day from scoring inside the 5 to start that series. And so I think they showed us some potential. Ardrey Kell showed us some potential. Myers Park was kind of steady all the way through the game. I think they were about the same level of what they did all the way through the game. I expected to happen, and it didn't. I expected separation to occur in the second half because of Myers Park's depth and Country Day not having. Mm-hmm. But they didn't. So, of course, I'm questioning a little bit in my mind. And of course, Ardrey Kell falling apart in the fourth quarter. This game will tell me a lot because I do believe Joe has seen things. He'll be able to make corrections. Same thing's true with Myers Park. Right. These two teams are, we believe, to be of similar. I do, and it sounds like you do. Mm-hmm. Similar overall abilities. And they're probably similar scheme-wise as well. I think it's going to be, there's lots of good matchups for both teams. Mm-hmm. It could come down to coaching and who schemes better. Chadwick's got a very good staff there.
Well, with Ardrey Kell, like you said, they led, 13-0 for 3 quarters against Weddington, who's a really good team, down in 3A ranks in Union County. Mm-hmm. I think Ardrey Kell has a little bit more offensive explosive ability than Myers Park. Mm-hmm. You got McGinley who can, take it to the house at any point from the quarterback position. Then you got the wide receiver on the outside that can make plays. Defensively, I think it speaks well that they held Weddington down for 3 quarters, but I think Myers Park will present a bigger challenge on the offensive side ball than Weddington. I think this may be a game where you see some big plays from Ardrey Kell. Myers Park, they have good-looking kids. They have big kids, like you said, but I don't know if they have the top-tier athletes that Ardrey Kell has in the skill position.
Good point.
I think that's where the difference may come in. I think Myers Park is going to execute well. For the most part, offensively. Defensively, they're going to be in the right spots because they're well coached, like you mentioned, with Coach Chadwick and his staff. And Coach Chadwick's been there longer. The kids know the schemes a little better, so I expect them to be in place. Did Ardrey Kell wear down in the fourth quarter against Weddington? Maybe that's part of it. Myers Park came back against Country Day when they got down. To take the lead, so maybe they're maybe in a little bit of better shape. Maybe that comes into it if it's a close game. I like Ardrey Kell here. I think it's going to be close throughout. This has been a series throughout the years that has been close.
Yeah.
Not a lot of blowouts in these games. There's going to be a huge crowd there. You talked about, you gave it a name I'm not going to mention off camera.
Exactly.
But, you got the Myers Park area coming down to the Ballantyne area. So, you're going to have a lot of people there. I made a joke that this is on my list to attend, but I don't think y'all gonna want my pictures because there's gonna be a bunch of people there taking pictures already.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of people.
So I'll probably be there for a half. I'll make a bunch of observations, give you guys some good coverage. But I'm expecting a good game.
I agree.
I think it'll be a good game, but I think the explosive ability of Ardrey Kell will make the difference here in the end.
So yeah,
but I wouldn't be surprised if Myers Park pulled a win off here.
Yeah, last year at the Rocky River Myers Park game, Chadwick told me after the game, he said, "I don't have one of those," and he was pointing at Jair Alexander.
Oh yeah.
It's like I've got all these kids. He's got lots of good role model kids, is what he's saying. This player fills that role correctly, but I didn't have a player that can just impact.
Right.
It's an impact and.
Right.
Ardrey Kell's got some impact players. They've got some impact players at other than skilled positions,
Oh yeah, we talked about them before.
Yeah, so last week we talked about their two linemen, and Akwara can be a.
Now we don't know if he's going to play though. He got kicked out of the game, but they're going to appeal it.
I didn't catch that part.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's in the air right now.
Oh, so scratch that. I did not hear because typically appeals don't happen. They're not granted. If he was written up by the official, it's going to be hard to. You'd have to have great video evidence to prove that the official didn't. So I don't know the situation, and I'm assuming it had to be in a. What was the situation?
I don't know the situation. It was in the game article, and Evans did mention that he was going to send some film off to the state and try to get it down to a disqualification instead of an ejection. If it's down to a disqualification, he doesn't have to sit out, the next week.
Right.
So that's the difference in disqualification and ejections.
Okay.
Not sure the circumstances, but apparently there's some film that hopefully will clear the young man to play.
Well, let's hope so. Let's hope, just hope so. Not for Ardrey Kell's sake, but let's just hope it wasn't as bad of an infraction as maybe an official on the spot thought it was. But that's the problem, is the official on the spot made that call. So there would have to be some strong video evidence that goes against that. So anyway, so there goes one of the impact players that could be an impact on defensively. I think, Matt, you have a great ball game to go to. It would be on my short list as well. I'm seeing a number of games that could be on the list. I think this could be one of the most competitive games we've got. It might be the most competitive game out of all of these. Definitely going to be a great atmosphere. Close ball game. Okay.
Looking forward to seeing you.
Yep.
We can dance if we want to. We can leave your